Well, Coach, tough one tonight. You force overtime, you fight all the way to the end. I go back, though, to the sequence there going into halftime where you don't get the field goal. He makes the field goal, but then you have to end up going to the Hail Mary because of the penalty, and then that empty possession to start the second half. Was that really a sequence there that decided the game?
I don't know if it decided it, but it definitely hurt. He made a great kick there. And we had a young man flinch and, knocked it back to where I think it was like a 58-yard or something like that. And we've not made one of those, and so we made the decision to kick a Hail Mary or throw a Hail Mary. And so that's big, 3 points off the board. That would have been big. We would have been up 24-17. But I think that and the start of the third quarter, offensively, defensively, they came out, and we didn't have an answer offensively. We didn't have an answer defensively, we struggled through it there that whole second half on both sides of the ball, really, You needed to get some stops, couldn't get them, and then when we got some, we needed to get some points on the board. We couldn't do it.
And the penalties tonight, 8 of them. How much did that hurt your team, affect things?
Well, it took points off the board for one, and then we had a couple of plays where if we wouldn't have got the penalties, we had some opportunities to get better yards or vice versa, and so that wasn't the end-all for it, But any time that you take points off the board, that's huge. I mean. Maybe that game doesn't go to overtime. It's 2 weeks in a row where we've had a miraculous play, and you feel like you got a chance to win the game and we don't do it. So it's just disappointing.
You needed a stop there. I think towards the end of the fourth quarter, Stone gets open there.
Third and 15.
Yeah, third and 15.
So we had 3 timeouts and 2-minute warning, and so thinking that hey. We can get the ball back with 2-something to go if we can get a stop there. And we had them in a great situation, 3rd and 15, and they made a play and we didn't. And fortunately, we were able to get that 4th down stop there and get the ball back there with some time left. But the plan was, hopefully we had them in a good situation. We got the ball back with 2 minutes left, and you got a chance to, go down and tie it or hopefully score for a win.
Outcome being what it is, maybe you don't look at it the same way, but that sequence there at the end of regulation for Billingsley to hit that field goal in that spot with that amount of time had to show you something about him.
Yeah, he's been the last few weeks he's been tremendous. He had got off to a rough start, but he's gotten better and better. And that was a big deal, and we really messed it up. We needed to spike the football, and somebody called one of our situations there, and our whole our team ran out there. And so, but we were fortunate to get it off, and he made it. It was a big kick, get us in overtime, and we had making that kick. You felt really good in overtime. We had them, I think, in 2 third and longs in overtime, and couldn't get them to settle for a field goal. So disappointing on that.
Lack of negative plays tonight from your defense, was that a big thing tonight too? I mean, just not being able to really feel like kind of on your heels a little bit there.
Yeah, I don't think we. Started off the game well, but once they I don't know if they figured something out or we didn't do what we needed to do, and they just kept they kept finding ways to move the ball and keep it going. We get them in some situations, they get a first down, and so we just didn't have an answer when we needed to have an answer to get them off the field when they had some momentum going there. Fortunately, we held them to a field goal that one drive there. I think it was in the 4th quarter. They drove all the way down and held them for a 4th quarter, but we just couldn't play the type of defense we've been playing the last 2-3 weeks. We didn't play it in the first half. When offensively we're moving the ball, doing well, you had a chance to maybe get out on some people, and we didn't do that. Didn't get any separation, and then we got into a game there, and and then offensively I felt like we just didn't run the ball well enough to set up some of our play action. Some of those, if you look at our yards per carry, it felt like we just weren't able to break some big runs, and I think that ended up hurting us, in the long run.
Was some of that just won and lost at the line of scrimmage?
Yeah, I think part of it. I think the first half we were dominating the line of scrimmage, and then the second half, they made a couple adjustments there, but we didn't do as well as we did in the first half. I don't know why. Called some similar things there, but they tightened up a little bit, and we made some boneheaded plays too. We turned the ball over and put ourselves in a bad situation, but. It's won and lost up front, and I thought in the second half we didn't do as well as we did in the first half.
You know what you have to do now. You know what is in front of you. There's no question now. You need 2 wins to get to a bowl game. What is the message now to your team going forward here this week? I mean, there's some upset guys. I saw it matters to these guys. They're coming off the field.
Yeah, it does. I mean, there's a lot of guys that it matters to. It's you hope in situations like this. you learn from it from the standpoint is you can't pick and choose when you decide to turn the engine on. It's got to be on all the time. And I think we came out offensively with the engine on, and then we like, oh, we got it, and we relaxed and sort of put it in idle. And then I think defensively came out thinking we were good, patting ourselves on the back from last week, and we got run up and down the field until we figured out how to turn it on. And so we're a team. We got to be able to go we got to be able to play 4 quarters. And so we're capable. We're capable, obviously, winning the next 2 and getting a bowl game. It's important. I think our guys want to, but we got to do some different things individually if we're going to be able to win some of these closer games.